He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Knights offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's a give to Watson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Throwing Raiola. Grab near the marker. It's Farmer. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll give it to Watson. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Finds his man. It's Farmer. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Quarterback will keep it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCF!
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So Texas Tech's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the junior running back. One of the top running backs in the game, and we expect them to feed him a lot.
Man, this is going to be so much fun. The irresistible force versus the immovable object, right? Like this running game, this is what they do. They pride themselves, one of the absolute best running backs in the country, Palmer. But this defense, they don't take a backseat to many. They stop the run. They're physical. This will be awesome.
And they play like a unit, too, on defense. All 11 guys playing as one, and they pride themselves on stopping the run and being the more physical side and owning the line of scrimmage. And they've talked about this all week. We've got to get multiple players to the ball, gang tackle this guy. What a challenge for this defense going up against simply one of the best.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
It's very early in the college football season, but this coaching staff has to be very pleased by what they've seen from their quarterback. He's making real good decisions, and he's been accurate. That was his 100th completion early this year.
After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
You know, if you're going to complete these dagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on it.
The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He's not going to make it on 4th and 2. He's going to lose a yard.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Pulls it in. It's Watson. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Moving out to the right. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Here's Raiola to throw. Extending the play. Going right and going deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's going to bring it out. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Takes the easy throw in the flat.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game of divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll pull it down. QB got it himself. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big D.
And down he goes back at the 3.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football, and you could tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness, still had a little space left.
Quarterback making checks. From the gun on 3rd down, Raiola. Working the middle, it's complete. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Raiola to throw for it on 4th. Oh, what a cut! He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Raiola to throw. Makes a catch. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Knights in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Raiola to the air again. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
To the air, it's Raiola. Under fire. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Running inside, it's Henderson. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Red Raiders decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He gets a block. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. A handoff for Watson. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a run.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that was the perfect play call, throwing the slant against the blitz. There's one less guy in coverage because they're bringing an extra guy after the quarterback. So QB gets it out quickly, throws it out in front of his target. He's able to catch it, and not just that, he's able to advance it for an explosive play.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Raiola hauls it in. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Raiola from the gun on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, UCF! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Makes the grab. It's Simmons. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. They're able to ride him just flipped the field with a huge pickup on the play, and now they are set up coming out of the 2-minute timeout. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Floats it out in space. Could not make his way to the corner.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Throwing Raiola, trying to make magic with his feet. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Here's a give to Watson. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He wants to change this route. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Knights will go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Raiola. Snags it and he's open. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Raiola to throw. Here's a heat. And it's a sack.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. UCF wants to take a moment. They use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw. It's Raiola. He's going to run it. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. The Knights will kick it away to start the second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
I got to put Coach McGuire at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And the Red Raiders line up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Here's Raiola to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to convert the third down. Here's Raiola. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Knights will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Gets the back moving. The run inside. It's Henderson. And he's dragged down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Knights lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Might be calling a hot route. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the guns.
Maybe a crease. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Raiola. It's complete on the right side.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
The Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. Motion from the wideout. From the gun on third down, Raiola. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Find some fresh air. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
How about the effort by the running back? Great job. Listen, it's not an ideal situation, but when you get yourself backed up like that, and it's third in eternity, you put yourself in a bad situation. He almost climbed out of it single-handedly. Nice run, nice effort by the running back.
Makes the grab past the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Hammond. That one never had a chance, incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Red Raiders send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Pocket breaking down. They'll run the screen. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Quick strike complete. Caught, and he's got room. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with the first down in the final period. Trying to run, it's Watson. Finding some room, headed to the end zone. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff.
Switch it! Let's go, defense!
Running inside, it's Henderson. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. To throw, it's Hammond. Snagged out of the air. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
You better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Got enough for the first. Could be an alley. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. And the Red Raiders are threatening on 1st and goal. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense has been lights out, stubborn on the doorstep. Can the offense finally find the end zone? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth.
Breaks into the open. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
And lost ground on first down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, UCF! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point is good. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Guys, checking in from the Texas Tech sideline. This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. From the shotgun, the inside give. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And I think this offense is all but surrender, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And this defense...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Here comes the option. Quick toss. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll send the back in motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Well, this offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Gets rid of it. Quickly. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Takes the knee, and they will remain perfect. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people's point